Hey Glendale, I'm Harper Russell.
And I'm Harper Glosser.
And you're watching the second episode of the Glendale 4-in-1.
In today's episode, we're going to go over flips and tricks, an insight on caffeine addiction, a teacher feature, and a sideline spotlight.
So stay tuned. The Springfield area has a new and thriving cheer gym. Harper Glosser and Paige Westerman stopped by.
With Summit Athletics competition season quickly approaching, we went to take a look at their progress with Season 2.
So we've grown a lot. We actually have almost double the amount of prep and novice athletes that we had last year. So our elite numbers stayed about the same, but our prep and novice numbers have doubled, and our tumbling class numbers have almost doubled. I just think our culture, we are very welcoming. I feel like it's a safe place for kids to come, and we're very encouraging. We try to be as positive as possible.
My favorite thing about the gym is just the coaches and of how they're so nice to all the athletes in the gym.
I think it's really important as we're training these athletes just to make sure that they know what a clean routine is, and just growing skills I think is important. The win is always really fun, but we don't have to win every single time as long as we're growing.
I feel like the season is going really good, and all of the stunts are really hard, but we're doing really good so far in the season. So.
We have really structured curriculum, and all of our coaches work off of that curriculum, and that's just something different that I hadn't really seen in town, and I felt like parents were just looking for something different.
What I like most about my team is that we have such a strong bond.
Our mission is training athletes for the journey of life, and that's what we want to do with all of the athletes that walk through our door.
Some students need a morning kick to get their day started. Dory Duncan and Kendall Roberts talk caffeine addiction.
Caffeine addiction in teens is a growing concern. According to the National Library of Medicine, 73% of adolescents drink caffeine per day.
So what is my relationship with caffeine? I drink it almost every single day. I'm an avid drinker of it. My relationship with caffeine in my eyes is a healthy one because I love it.
I drink a lot of caffeine. I try to manage it sometimes. It's just like something very necessary for me to get through the school day.
Normal use would just be occasional use. Dependence would be needing it every day to function. Health problems that caffeine could cause would be things like caffeine tolerance. It can raise your blood pressure, can make you jittery, can cause loss of appetite, can keep you up, loss of sleep, the need to have caffeine to do activities.
It helps you get through your day. It's also good for sports too. If you stop drinking it when you've been dependent on it for a while, it can make you so tired.
The pros and cons of caffeine, I feel like the pros, you're more energized, you get a fun drink. The cons would probably be if you don't drink it, you want to die. Also, you get really shaky and you can't sleep at night.
If you have caffeine within probably 6 hours of bed, then you don't sleep very well. You don't get a lot of deep sleep.
83% of teens 13 to 17 consume caffeine.
I started drinking caffeine probably at the age of 14, but my addiction probably began at 15. 7 Brew is my main one. I'm a really big Celsius addict. I don't like Alani, I don't vibe with Alani, and Starbucks coffee. I found out that Alani's have 200 milligrams and I freaked out. I was like, do I drink a healthy amount of caffeine? Definitely not, because sometimes I go through the 7 Brew line at least twice a day. So I'm getting the energy and I'm getting the coffee, and it's just not good.
I don't usually check caffeine labels. I just don't really care that much. I just go off how I feel.
I don't really check caffeine labels. I just kind of go by how I feel. I need to start checking them, but I definitely don't right now. Why do I drink caffeine? Because I want to be happy.
For more information regarding your caffeine intake, you can visit mayoclinic.org.
Help us welcome a new teacher to the flock. Caitlin Mitchell and Gracie Haggard introduce her.
New FACS teacher Mrs. Young is reinventing her program.
It's been a crazy month. It's been a lot. I inherited this program, and so I'm really trying to build it from the ground up and get a lot of student involvement. We're doing lots of hands-on project-based things in the class.
One of the classes she teaches is fashion and design.
It's a fashion and design class, so we do like sewing notes, sewing stuff. Right now we're working on learning how to use the sewing machines, how to thread them and the bobbin and all of it.
I feel like now I know the students a little bit better than I did. So I know their personalities and how they tick a little bit more. So I feel like I can create and develop lessons that let them explore their creativity while still learning at the same time.
She has a pretty good handle on everyone in the class, so it's not usually too loud, but when it is, they listen to her and quiet down.
Stop by room 241 to welcome Mrs. Young to the flock.
Are you an injured athlete needing evaluation? Piper Van Zant, Harper Russell, and Elizabeth Johnson have the sideline spotlight.
The Glendale athletic trainer Danny McGuire has built relationships with his athletes.
A favorite part of my job is helping an injured athlete return to play. There's nothing better than kind of helping an athlete who's hurt already and then kind of getting them back to playing, back to the sport that they love playing.
Danny's just always above and beyond. I go and see him all the time, even just for a little pain to make sure nothing's wrong, and he's always very happy to help me. He's never like, why are you here?
One of the things I like about Danny is he's always willing to chit chat with you too. Like he makes like a little bit of small talk, but he also like remembers some personal things about you.
Creating a bond with an athlete, I think, is important, especially when it comes to like things like concussions, because people don't want to be honest with things like that. So kind of just being around them more, kind of talking to them, and then when we're doing like manual therapy, some things like trigger point therapy or like scraping can be kind of painful. So kind of just like talking to them like through that, and then just learning about them. Yeah.
Danny helps athletes understand their injury rather than just restoring their injury.
He helped educate me on my injury by pretty much telling me what exactly happened, like what was going wrong and like what caused that to happen.
So I think education is a big part of athletics and kind of sports medicine, because if the athlete can understand their body better, they can help heal themselves. And a lot of what I'm doing is trying to help communicate and with them kind of figure out what they're feeling. So I'll kind of teach them what's going on with their injury, like the anatomy of it, and then the different types of pain.
Getting injured and going to see Danny has created a bond, because I am more comfortable around him now than I was when he first started here. I'm able to tell him more about what's wrong and feel more comfortable doing so.
This morning I had a hip problem and he helped me stretch through it, taught me through it, and just gave me a regimen of what I need to do every day to keep it going.
Even though Danny sees many athletes, Danny still gives personalized care.
I see Danny throughout my season probably at least once a week. He gave me a good plan to help get me back on track and help me finish out running this cross-country season.
From a day, we can see anywhere from 5 upwards to like 30 or 40 people. And in a week, probably, if we're counting just individual people, probably around like 40 to 50.
If you're an injured student athlete, talk to Danny McGuire at the Hyper. Thanks for watching.
Make sure you follow us on social media and subscribe for future shows.
With the Glendale 411, I'm Harper Russell.
And I'm Harper Glosser. Signing out.